All right. Hello there, everyone. Just gonna load in here, and I might need to adjust the music volume. Let's see. How's OBS thing? That looks fine, I think, actually. But hello, and welcome to another episode of Phoenix Rising, where we are playing as the Corporate Sector Authority. We had an unfortunate situation with one of our fleets and an interdictor. I believe that was over Hakasi. But we're building back up. Let's turn the filters back on. But yeah, so we're streaming at a slightly different time than we normally would on Sundays. I guess we don't really have a standard time anymore at the moment. But that is partially because I was up all night. I slept for maybe 2 hours. So I may sound super out of it or get cranky at the game. It is not the game's fault. I'm just cranky. But yeah, so we were in the middle of trying to take this line of planets because we want Volpter to have access to the rest of our forces. So we're kind of planning to go after this fleet here, but thank you, Rampaging Rhino, for the £10 donation. Yeah, Corey, you're awesome. You define what the game can do and push it to its limits, considering the limitations of what you have to work with. Well, thank you very much. Glad you enjoy it. And Alduin, thank you for the $5 donation, as well as the $10 donation before the stream. I would play Phoenix Rising, but it's way too big and complex for my small puny brain. I believe Bob is working in at least the longer term on Phoenix Rising Lite version, where some of the stuff is stripped out for performance reasons for people who have trouble running the current version. I don't know that that's going to happen anytime in the near future, but it is something that is at least on his radar. And I assume with simplifications for performance that it'd also be a little bit simpler for people to get into. But after that, you'd probably just want to try the full one, because that's kind of the charm of the mod. Well, I guess that also kind of answers your question there, Emperor Sheev. Like, the big thing that causes lag in Phoenix Rising, as well as in Fall of the Republic in 0.5, is AI calculations, especially with Phoenix Rising, because there's so many unit variants that the AI has to kind of parse. And that's where a lot of the lag comes from. And in Fall of the Republic, it was just because of CIS pathing. But next version of Fall of the Republic has that pretty much fixed. Phoenix Rising, it's more of an inherent part of what the mod does. So we'll see what kind of goes on there. Alright, we're going to pull up. I'm kind of scared of that Golan, but I think we should be able to fight their actual ships. Hey there, Mamart. Welcome.
Large active. Transport ready. Yes, sir.
Kind of sad that I missed Bureau Kart last night, other than my quick showing up with Dana. Quick appearance, quick showing up. Quick showing up is the official terminology. It's perfectly cromulent.
Cruiser reporting.
I'm not bad, Marmar. I wish I just woke up. That would mean I slept. Okay, this is... You need to stop, sir. Okay, let's see if we can pull this one back. Oh, that is a lot of Nebulon Bees.
Where do you want us?
What faction do I recommend for a new player to the mod? I think Empire is relatively straightforward. Like, you get a good amount of time to fight the Independents before getting like too far into everything. So I think you're probably okay no matter which of those factions you do. I do think the CSA is probably a bit harder by design. So maybe don't start with the CSA, but Alright, let's get this one next.
Fighters at point oh six.
The raccoon, start gaming.
I've got it lined up.
Life is fine, just tired.
Holding. I call babe. Frequency open. Yes.
I'm trying to, this week I'm trying to also get some some general schedule changes going, where I haven't been, like, I really need to start doing datapad videos first every week, and I haven't been, but, oh, that's the golem that we're caught in there.
Target sighted.
Ikumar, Trident?
Our shields aren't holding.
Thank you, Alduin. Yodin might be the biggest mod of them all, but Phoenix Rise is the most complex of them all. Also never got a chance to see Burial Card. I had a security watch during that time.
Reporting. Attack.
Okay, we need to kill their fleet commander.
Fire. Open fire. Roger that. Y-wing squadron reporting. Starting my run. Yes, Commander.
Alright, we'll pull back here. Pull you out there as well.
Standing by. Target confirmed. I need help. Ready. I can't see him. Cruiser reporting. Commander.
Pull you over here. We're gonna just try to kill these guys. The little ones. Because they don't really have that much other than the Golan. Well, they have a lot, but they have nothing that's super powerful other than the Golan. And we should be able to bring back our shields and haul a fair bit.
Commander, sure. Yes, sir.
Is Corey a robot? Does he ever I yawn a lot in TapCaf, so I don't know if robots yawn.
Ready for duty. This is a transport, not a gunship.
And then Justin calls me out for it. It's very upsetting. We're supposed to be friends. Okay, fighters don't go that far. Okay, now turn around.
We're on our way.
Is this a Golan too? Yeah. Alright, we can easily do that with 3 victories.
Ready to move.
I do wish my Y-Wings and stuff would stop going so far out there.
Attack that target.
Alright, now let's start getting in range with the VSDs for that.
I copy. Commence attack. Location confirmed.
Okay, this is ours. Let's get back there.
Ready for duty.
Does Eclipse have quad or dual turbolasers? I'm not sure the specific stats on that. Thank you, Rampaging Rhino. Burial Cart was fun. He read 2 chapters of Crystal. He's in my one. I finished 70... Oh, Jesus. That is a lot. A lot of Crystal Clear and a lot of vodka. I don't know which is worse for you.
Warm up. Attacking.
But I feel like it's the Crystal Clear. And thank you, Alduin. In fact, just a few weeks ago, a rover caught someone trying to sneak weapons on the base, and a few months before that we had an active shooter on a nearby base. We had a... Jesus. That is not good.
Copy. I copy. Targeting.
How does that happen?
Move to attack. Reporting. Yes,
My tone at the start of that donation did not match
awaiting
what
instructions.
ended up being in the text there.
Commander. Ready. Firing. Holding fire for maximum effect. Keep your eyes open. Cruiser reporting. Yes, Commander. Closing on target. Batteries online. Yes, Commander. Move to attack.
Alright.
Yes,
This
sir.
looks like we're about to kill it, and our fighters are back on top.
Awaiting your command.
We haven't even lost the IPV.
What can I do?
The Quasars are safe. I'll just send the Quasars back at
I don't think this is a
our
good
stuff.
idea. Ready. Ready for battle. Decrease to full throttle.
VSDs have just been doing all the work. Oh, you...
Moving into position. We'll be there shortly. Keep your eyes open.
They were both equally as bad, especially when Charlie added some creative words to my chapter. It was clean until he touched it. Yeah, you should have seen that coming. Thank you, Rhino, but you have no one to blame but yourself for that. And also thank you, Alden. We were not vigilant enough, though we were for the second. Thankfully enough, and respond to Felix, I live in a Navy base.
Attack position.
Way 4 got a new DLC called La Resistance. You should try it out. It has spawning mechanics and new focus trees. I like Paradox. Like, I like EU4 and Hoi, and I want to try CK2, but I haven't been able to get into Hearts of Iron as much as the other games so far. So I think Crusader Kings is probably going to be the next thing I really try, and I might wait till 3 for it. What will be added for the next Fall of the Republic update? So the big focus for 0.6 is on the performance increases are a big thing. The first parts of the space reworks. Like, we're not adding that much content. Like, Blue Grogs have been split up into different ship types, but it's more about fixes and getting the space reworks in. So it's not a release that has a ton of new ships or anything, but there is stuff like the Eta 2 models have been updated. There's been some other updated models like Marauders, which don't show up very often, and DP-20s, which show up very often. But we'll start getting into more content additions with subsequent releases. Is Raw better than Fall of the Republic? I mean, I personally prefer Fall of the Republic, but that's... I'm a little bit biased with that, considering that we made it. So it's made towards the stuff that we're looking for in mods. But people have different tastes.
Concentrating firepower. Moving in for the kill.
Would rather more general quality of life update than more content that would add to the problem. Yeah, so the biggest problem with Fall of the Republic was more the lag from the AI calculations from the CIS subfactions and the CIS path, like all the pathing through allied territory that the AI was doing, because it just made every planet adjacent to every other planet, but that's not an issue anymore. So it's all good. Like, performance is so much better right now. It's actually kind of ridiculous how much it improved. And the space combat reworks make everything feel a lot better as well. So we were happy with it before, but now we're even happier with it. Did you know the Navy has more aircraft than the Air Force? Thank you, Alduin. I feel like that was something I've heard before, but... I guess I was functionally not aware of it. But it makes sense. Alright, it looks like there's something down here we need to kill. There are just so many fighters still.
What? You're kidding, right?
I'm not kidding, I want you to kill that stuff. I am a little bit worried about this IPV. I just wanted to get some shields back.
Awaiting orders.
What's here? Some fighters.
Enemy target sighted. I've been hit. Form up.
Yes, Commander.
Healing those Y-Wings.
Right.
I'm not sure if Citadels fall into the repair classes for the Quasars. Because I know it is just fighters. But I don't know if it counts like the gunships as fighters as far as that goes. Here, you need to get over there. We have a lot of stuff that's good. And this is a cargo facility. Thank you, Alduin. Sometimes the Blue Angels would fly right over the compound I work at, right as working hours are over for the day. Sad I can't have a phone because the secret I work at does count as top secret. You fix the viewing's field of view, or is that a base game issue? That has been reduced.
Reporting. Heading out.
I'm pretty sure it's been reduced. It was intended to be reduced, but there's like fucking 20 of us that are active on the team right now, so it's hard for even me to keep track of what's going on with everything.
Awaiting instructions.
Especially for the last few weeks where I've been not out of commission, but doing other stuff
Where do you
and
want
lost track of some of the work that's being done.
it? Yes.
Anything in particular you want to research? I haven't decided what we're going to go for. I want to make sure our Marauders are
Commander.
upgraded as much as possible. Marauders and Quasars
Okay.
are definitely things I want to improve.
Fighters in range. Cruiser reporting.
But beyond that, I don't know if I want to research the Invincibles. I kind of do just because it's like, it's the big thing for the faction.
Maybe I can make it.
But
easy.
we'll see.
Make a mistake.
Incoming.
What do we got here? Oh, a lot of freighters.
Awaiting orders. Open fire.
Destroying all their economy.
We're drawing their fire. Attack that target.
Okay, there's still a few other fighters floating around, but... And I do want to get our fleet tender, like our actual repair ship, which I think would be MTCs.
Cruiser online.
I'm not sure what exactly the path is to get to that, but I could check the tech tree. Hey, code user. Need to mod you.
What is your order?
Thank you, Aldrin. Raw might have been the pinnacle of mods in its time, but its time has moved on. So Republic at War was intentionally set up to be, under the original leader, it was intentionally set up to be functionally more of a reskin of the base game, so keeping those mechanics and making them Clone Wars. And since Anakin has taken over, it's kind of been, I think he has shifted what the focus is intended to be a little bit more away from what Xerox was doing.
Yes, sir.
But
Fire at will. Yes, Commander.
it hasn't, like, it hasn't had a huge update since then, so it does still have a lot of those things. We win! We did lose the 2 acclimators, but the battle went long enough for me to forget about that. And we do have all these guys now. It's only level 1 recusants, but let's see. Space Tech Tree, MTCs, Tech Level 3. I forget. I think we started in 1. But what were we doing? I think on ground we were going to research the SD6 Hulks. We were going to upgrade these. Got some HMPs. We got a good amount here that we can work with, really. Or not a. We have an okay amount. We can work with some stuff here. But we'll get some of these SD6s there. And we've also got other good infantry options. Because I just want to try to use some of those along with some of the other stuff we've gotten. And invade something. What is this? Command center. Maybe we'll just start by trying to take Zorth. Oh, and that actually gets us access to our planets down here. So we can get the clones into action. Oh, that doesn't get us access. Never mind. That only goes through Corellia. I got excited for nothing. Screw me, I guess. Can we fire Justin? I'd rather not fire Justin. He might be watching, and then he'll just fire me. Can never be too careful with him. Oh shit, they took Freysia.
Heading out. Order confirmed.
They literally just took it, I think. Would you consider to add in ATTs to asteroids like the one in the Clone Wars, or can the mod not just handle, or just not handle that? I don't know that there'd be a way to accomplish that properly. It's something I've thought about, but it's not a clean-cut thing.
Awaiting orders.
Alright, it doesn't seem like there's much here.
Powering engines. Moving out. Heading out.
Heading out.
I might just,
All out.
stagger jump to their stuff. Oh, yeah.
We'll be there shortly.
Reinforcements cancelled.
Moving out. Right away.
I think we get a free planet out of this.
Pull out.
Is this our first battle against the rebellion? Oh, no, it's not, because they invaded before. And you can just use some form of return. The thing is more like getting them in place. It, like, you can put a hard point on stuff, but it wouldn't really be,
Inputting coordinates.
like, it
Heading to coordinates.
it doesn't make much sense to, like, place it as an asteroid. It would be, if it was a thing that was done, it would only really make sense if it was somehow modifying an existing asteroid, which is more difficult.
Commencing.
Reporting.
Choose your reinforcements.
Right, SD6s. Let's see what these do for us. We do have HMPs.
At maximum unit capacity. Production halted.
Moving out.
Alright, they got a lot of cloud cars.
Advancing.
The Mandalorian's a playable faction. No. So in Phoenix Rising, the playable factions are the Empire, the Rebellion, and the Corporate Sector. I'm just gonna... Oh, okay, never mind. You got me.
Reporting. Moving. Advancing.
But we'll have our HMPs. Time to kill Corrin. Okay, HMPs, can you kill this stuff? I assume they're going to be decent at it. Nice ion stun from them. Can they hit air units as well? Doesn't seem like it. Alright. I think this is the first actual hard-hitting ground vehicle we've had. Our HMP swarms.
Ready. Squad, move out.
Ready. Yes, sir. Right away. Advance.
So we might be able to start actually taking more planets with this. Like, they're not going to be annihilating everything, but I think we should at least have some damage coming out of them. Maybe not as much as I hoped.
Yes, sir.
We need the ion stun, and then HMPs.
Choose your reinforcements.
Maybe some spiders as well.
Maximum unit capacity. Production halted.
Are heroes worth the time and effort in this mod? I'd say so.
Roger that. Warm up. Moving to area.
Roger. Right away, sir. Reporting in.
Yes. Advance. Target acquired. Orders. Copy. Heading out.
Okay, you are too far up.
I copy.
I copy.
And let's just get it to fly this way.
Going.
I'm gonna shoot down there.
Commencing bombing run.
Acknowledged. Reading. Armed and ready.
Excited them.
Alright. I think the T1 was a big problem because it has AA, so with it stun locked, that might be good for us.
Roger that. Done. Reporting. Destination acknowledged.
Okay, let's try to stun lock this one.
Right away. Awaiting orders.
Get back here. Oh, that's AA. That is not good.
Unit destroyed.
That is not AA.
Unit destroyed.
Alright.
Unit destroyed.
So many of them.
Moving.
Would it be possible to implement the in-game research system to give you a near version of pick your own larger ship units? You get 4 choices of chips and pick one to use based on research. You could script that for the main 3 factions. You can basically script whatever you want for the main 3 factions. But beyond that,
Action halted.
you can't really do research that way or any reasonable way. Try to keep the HMPs back so that they don't get fucked by the T1s, because there are a lot of T1s over there. Thank you, Alderman. I love and hate how bombing runs remain this mod. Yeah, it helps with them. Like, they still feel useful without being just point and click and you win, which is nice, but it does make them less reliable.
Check order confirmed. I copy. Advance. Engaging.
Roger that.
Alright, get over there.
Bombardment cancelled.
Alright, fall back. Let's kill that AA turret.
Destroyed.
We have the bombardment. I'm probably going to wait till we have a bombing run, then use the bombardment on their base while the bombing run is going over it. Alright. I'm just going to slowly handle all that. That's good. Okay, I think we can kill those with the HMP.
Unit destroyed.
Alright, or it's going to fly away. That's just as good. But now we're going to have a higher pop cap.
Bombing run available.
Alright,
Reporting.
bombing run this way.
Commencing bombing
Unit
run.
destroyed. Bombardment incoming.
Enemies in range. Following your lead.
Alright.
Orders. Targeting.
So I guess more HMPs. These Hulks have been doing a lot for us.
Copy. I copy. Move out.
Okay, I don't want to go that far up. I don't want to go that far up. Don't want to go that far up. But we'll get maybe some more soldiers.
Moving out.
And more HMPs? Why not?
Capacity. Production
Awaiting
halted.
orders. Affirmative.
Hello, person you least expect. Love and hate that you made your bombardment follow the Republic more concentrated makes you think about where to place it. Yeah, they actually do a similar amount of damage, it's just the one burst. It feels a bit more impactful that way. But we are trying to find ways to make it so that it's not just like sit back and spam bombing run and orbital bombardments.
We've secured a build pad.
How would you feel if Charlie included a furry version of Dana in his fanfic just for you? No thanks.
We've lost a build pad.
Thank you, Alden, though it does force you to actually use your units more often rather than finding the sensor array, unless you're a really patient reason why I love Shaq's AW videos. He often has his units fight. I try to do that more in Fall of the Republic, generally.
Target confirmed.
But also part of trying to find what works for modding the mod is seeing what the flow is like, and like you have to find a balance between like how do you stop people from doing that, and how do you stop people from feeling like they need to do that, is really the big thing. Or feeling like that's the most fun or best way to handle ground battles. Because there's no drawback to using orbital bombardments, and they're just so strong as well. So it's something that we're looking at, using a mix of like shield stuff. The first step was making ground battles more fun, which I think we've done a good job on so far, and that's hopefully only going to continue happening. But it makes it like you don't want to get rid of something that players are using as a crutch because a game mode is frustrating. So it's a kind of a multi-step process. Let's see what happens if we go in this direction. Because I'm not sure where other buildings are. I think there are other buildings here.
Target locked.
I copy.
Unit destroyed. We lost a build pad.
Locking on.
Right away.
Alright, Hulks. I think I might need to micro these guys a little bit more because they are so good at what they've been doing. Hey! It's not independent, so they actually retreat.
We secured a build pad.
I don't know where Corin went, if that's Corin. Curious, are you looking for more CI space heroes? Doesn't matter to me, just one. We've got a pretty big spreadsheet of hero options for them and for the Republic. So there are a bunch that we are planning on doing.
Let's move out.
Mission log updated.
On my way.
Alright, are any of these freighters? I didn't actually check. No. I mean, not economic freighters, at least.
Upgrade in progress.
We'll get the next upgrade for that.
On the way.
Recruitment cancelled.
Now we'll get the next level of them. What is this? Surveillance droid. Okay. Yeah, I used those. I'm not going to use it for this battle, because why would I? Would actually want to know what they're doing. Would you consider a clash for the flag mode in some ground battles set another victory option? Not sure how you do it. Yeah, we want to expand the victory options that we've been working on more. Like, I want to flesh out the capture point a little bit more as well. But it is... I'm pretty happy with how it functions so far. Like, there's still some maps where maybe it shouldn't be, or maybe it should be that it isn't already. And so that's all got to be refined a bit, and then add a bit more, like, to the story justifications for it, like why it's happening, so that players kind of understand what we're going for there. But in terms of what it's done for the gameplay on those maps, I think it has helped concentrate the battles a bit more, break down the tedium a little bit, and make it feel a little bit more like the things that feel good about space battles for those planets, which is kind of the goal, or at least a big part of the goal. So I'm pretty happy with how that's gone, and I want to expand on that as much as we can. Alright, so they are copying me. I'm not very happy about that.
Unit destroyed.
Yeah. So,
Unit destroyed.
Awaiting orders.
Bob, can you tell the AI to stop copying me? Like, I realized they had these forces here before I started playing, but I can't help but feel like this is plagiarism,
Reinforcements cancelled.
and that I'm sad my Hulks can't actually shoot the air.
Unit destroyed.
There are a lot more than I thought there'd be.
Unit destroyed.
Don't stop until they're dead. Don't stop till you get enough.
Bombing run
Yes, Commander.
available.
Computers locked on target.
Unit destroyed.
Initiate bombing run.
Die. You also die.
Target locked.
You die too? Alright. What are we hitting?
Targets engaged.
Are they garrisons from the droidy thingy? Alright. Well, I want that. I need some infantry to actually take that.
Production halted.
Securing area. Moving. Armed and ready. Reporting.
Blow you up.
Unit destroyed.
HMPs are starting spawns, not garrisons. Cool.
Unit destroyed.
There's an AA turret there. Gotta be careful with that. Here we go. Alright, I think we should be able to take out or take this landing pad.
Unit destroyed.
Blow you up. Alright.
Bombardment available.
This isn't mine. My mouse movements are not accurate enough to actually click on things. So I'm bad at video games and computers. I want to send one of you to get this, if I can. If replication is the sincerest form of flattery,
Bombing run available.
then I'm pretty sure Stargate, the people in that galaxy must feel so sincerely flattered. Which makes sense because the VO in that game, in the Stargate mod, was just like, you sound sincere. You sound sincere. So maybe that was directed specifically at the replicators.
Following your lead.
We captured an abandoned mining facility. We secured an
And now we got your money. Alright. We can land even more spider droids. And more spider droids, but also some hulks. And some strike breakers. And some spider droids, maybe. And let's also consider landing some infantry.
maximum unit capacity. Production halted.
Alright, we're gonna slowly meander our way in.
We secured a build pad.
Don't forget the OG series have powered weapons. 2 squads can take down an AT-ATs with that. And just 3 melts the AT-AT in his flag. Poor Veers. You sound like you've got some first-hand experience with that.
We'll cover you.
We lost a build pad.
Ready.
Alright, I haven't really figured out
Secured a build pad.
or paid much attention to what my infantry differences were when I was researching them. So I probably should take some time to actually read that. I've always wondered why mining facilities get destroyed in any mod after you capture them. Why? Just to make sure, like, you could probably change the visual effects so that they're not getting destroyed, but it's just to indicate that it's not active anymore. That's the easiest way to do it. I think that's why Petroglyph did it that way. Because it's a base game thing, and then mods just don't usually get to changing that kind of thing for a long time. Or ever.
We lost a build pad.
Alright, now can we blow you up? Nope, there's a lot here. Are these all just transports? Yeah.
We've secured a build pad. We've secured a build pad.
What's down there? Oh,
We lost
Yes,
a
sir.
build
well,
pad.
hello, hello.
Keep going.
What have we here? Love the scene where Daniel Jackson was reading Replica Carter's mind while she was reading his. Nice to see Fear on a Machine. We're machines too, just a different guy. Was that in the last season? So I haven't actually watched the last season yet. I think I'm at like right before the part where
We lost a
Jack
build pad.
leaves.
We've secured a build pad.
Open fire.
We lost a build pad. Unit destroyed.
Y-wing squadron reporting.
Fuck, that is his name, right? But I missed Stargate. I need to watch it again.
Unit destroyed.
Commence attack. Order acknowledged.
Is it going to be better here? Just fucking keep walking.
Target locked.
But thank you, Alduin.
Unit destroyed.
Locking
Unit
on.
destroyed.
Okay, can we
A build pad.
do that?
We lost a build
There we
pad.
go.
Right behind.
I wonder if... Is this getting too greedy? Trying to take two at once?
Destroyed.
Okay, it's probably too greedy.
Secured a build pad. Unit destroyed.
Roger. This way.
We lost a build
What are your thoughts so far on Clone Wars Season 7?
pad.
So I haven't watched the latest episode yet. I really liked the scene with I don't want to spoil it. There was a scene in the second episode that I really liked. I'm going to be doing a datapad video once this arc was over. I was thinking about doing it after episode 2 or 3, but Justin Eckhart's Ladder was saying that I should wait until the arc was done, and I think that's probably a better idea. So I am gonna do a datapad video just talking about my thoughts for people who want that, but I don't want to spoil anything too much. There was one scene I really liked, but
Landing zone.
right now it's in the middle of an arc that just isn't my type of thing. So like, not that it's bad or something, it's just not what I'm usually interested in. So
Acknowledged.
I'm looking forward to the later arcs of the season, I think. Would you consider After Order 66 a smaller version of the AT-AT like in Rogue One? We're not going to be getting into post-Order 66 stuff, really, with Fall of the Republic, because that'd involve a determination on doing, like, Galactic Civil War as part of Fall of the Republic rather than as its own mod if we ever were to do it. But there is an experimental, or there is an AT-AT type that shows up in the Clone Wars that if we did it, or if we did an AT-AT in Fall of the Republic, it would be that one.
Orders received. Going there now.
It's like the boxy version. Alright, we got the main base, so now we just gotta hunt down these guys.
Bombing run available.
Legends have an equivalent to the prototypical AT-AT like in Rebels. Yeah, like it was a very boxy thing, and
Choose your reinforcements.
it shows up on Jabim, I think, in a cartoon or not a cartoon, in a comic book.
Advance.
We've secured a build pad.
Form up. Target in range.
Bob, if you're free, I can jump into the recording channel if you want to berate me or clarify things.
Moving to target. Attacking now.
Jeremiah?
We've secured a build pad.
My wings
And of
standing
course,
by.
here's the
Gold Squadron
here's the
commencing
power
advance.
generator.
We've
All right,
lost
we'll
a
send some
build
down this
pad.
way.
Commence attack run.
Intending to do some lab report marking. All right.
Target locked. Targets engaged.
Reinforcement point contested. We've secured a build pad.
All right.
Secured a build
That is the downside about fighting the Independents, though. They don't retreat because they don't have a galactic AI, so you just gotta track them down.
bombardment available.
We have a bombardment, but we don't really have much to bombard. I don't think.
Bombardment incoming.
I copy. There they are.
We will assist you.
Trying to get across the water.
Area. Covering.
We've lost a build pad.
When are you going to make EAWX team shirts and force the entire team to buy them from you and wear them 24/7? What makes you think I haven't done that already? You should have seen the staff picnic last year. It was just me on a carpet
Reporting.
in the park because I couldn't afford a blanket.
Right away.
Covering. Warm up. Done. Orders. Copy. Yes.
Alright, what am I looking for?
Going.
I guess I need to go for that.
Yes, sir.
Oh, there it is.
Fire! Yes, Commander.
Thought that was just a selected unit.
Moving out. Enemy targeted.
Die!
Bombing run.
Die!
available.
Your orders?
There we go.
Targets.
Alright.
Conflict.
What is this? Egg report. Increasing population capacity. Meow.
Building
Money?
under construction. Building cancelled.
I don't know, maybe money. We don't really have that much production for other stuff. What are we gonna want? I guess because it is United now.
Construction.
It's gonna do a
Building
bunch of
under
money.
construction. Building
Thank
under
you, Aldrin.
construction.
Did you ever try the skirmish battles of the Stargate mod? They have some very interesting space skirmish battles, including neutral hostile. Yeah, I did a long time ago, not anytime recently though. Corey secretly a worse boss than Eck. Who knows? Is it secret? Is it safe? Where were we doing ship research? Where were we doing ship
Constructing.
research? Let's upgrade a lot of
Beginning
this though.
construction.
I think we're doing it at Rundili? No. Well. I think it was Zafel. Maybe not. Hold on. What are we looking at planet-wise? We're actually in the lead for planets. They're in the lead for military, but we're not really fighting them yet. I kind of want to see what's going on with Corellia.
Enlisting troops.
Let's do that.
Construction complete.
Reporting.
Upgrade complete.
I really thought we had research at Zafel. Did I like fuck up a filter or something? Turn it off? I don't think that's what happened. Or do I just not have anything available?
Complete. Construction complete. Construction complete.
Have you seen the whole controversy around ACT putting a trough spoiler in a video title without a warning? Personally, I'm 100% fine with it. It's been 2 fucking months. People on the internet complain. That's just what happens. After 2 months, it's like, come on. Come on. Would you consider adding a communication jammer station that has a massive block hyperspace ability but doesn't cover the entire map? That tends to get really tedious. Like all it does is make space battles more annoying. I was doing ship research before. I'm just not sure where I was doing it. Because I researched the Quasar upgrades and the IPV upgrades.
Beginning construction.
But I might do Columnus as more research. Nemesis Topasi.
Construction complete.
Oh, that sounds right. Yes, thank you, Bob.
Complete.
Yeah, there we go. Alright, what are we looking at here? Freighters. And a very upset looking Leia. God, Oh, wait, I can do this. Time to take my favorite ships in the action.
Let's go.
Mission log updated.
This will be epic. A limited number of them, like 3 in your most critical systems. So, unless I'm misunderstanding what you're asking for, Rhino, all that would do is just make it more annoying to jump in the ships. And especially with stations already having an increased jump prevention distance, it doesn't really do much except like really handicap the AI. So, or if you're invading as a player, it makes it so you have to jump in the edge of the system and then just wait for everything to come in, which is
Let's move out.
like tedious at best. Do I spell your name as Corey without an E? Do I get banned? Yes.
Choose your reinforcements.
Location
The weirdest thing for me is when people get my name wrong in comments, like on the channel, because it's right there.
Move out.
It's in the channel name.
Heading out.
If they were talking about me somewhere else, then understandable. But like if you're writing on Corey Loses and you call me like Chris, a lot of people call me Chris in comments.
Cancelled.
And like typos I understand. Typing it without the E, that's understandable. The E doesn't register with you or something. But calling me Chris, I don't get it. Thank you, Aldwin. Not sure if possible. What if there's some sort of proximity mines and specific mine layering ships can play? The difficulty with that in space is how the height levels work. So I'm not sure how much it would actually, how possible it actually is. It is something I've thought about, but yeah, just because of how pathing and proximity works in space, it would end up being like a wide range, and then you can't hit stuff that's on a higher level. And if you make the proximity for it really high, that means it'd be really wide, but not quite as tall. Like, it'd be hard to tell what's actually in range. What's the most frustrating thing in the base game's code that you can't change but wish you could? Oof. Like, there's stuff... As far as, like, from a modding perspective, there is stuff that's really annoying that's there that I'd like to not be there, but... the fact, as far like just with It's more of a lack of something would be my answer. That the AI, when they're calculating what they need to invade a planet, and with auto resolve especially, they can't see these kind of secondary structures, which the more a lot of our space stuff in particular revolves around using it, so we need to, like, we've had to come up with other ways that we haven't implemented yet to actually get that to have some approximation of what's actually there. Like, if you build a Valaduja, the AI will attack it the same way they would if you didn't have a Valaduja. Thank you, Alderman. And nickname of mine is Chris. Apparently, mine too.
I've got him on my scopes.
My family actually used to call me our dog's name very often. We named our fucking dog Chevy. He was an amazing dog, but not a great name. Not a great name. Show says jam their communications, a way to implement that. Like within tactical, all that really would mean is like the wide hyperspace prevention range, I think. And like it's not a mechanic that I think the game would handle especially well.
Construction complete.
Going there now.
There is like a tactical mission type thing I've thought about, which has some similar elements to like the thing you're trying to replicate, not through quite the same way. But I don't know if we'll get to a point where we're able to do that. Do we want to spend the $50,000 to upgrade to Invincibles? Yeah, I think we do. You ever see Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade? I don't know which Indiana Jones movies I've seen. I've seen 2 of them. And it was so long ago, I don't have any recollection of which they were. If you for the tech level advanced, do you need to research all the ground and space stuff? Or just space?
Do you need to research just the space or ground and space, Mr. Potter? It would be quite a shame if you were to get into an argument with Severus Snape. Thank you, Alderman. I used to take out 7 dogs, now there's only 1. Rather not talk about it. Huh. If you could only see the way she loves me, maybe you would understand.
Enemy base shields up.
Where foolish way by hello, what I must do. She says she loves me. She loves me.
Alan Rickman is now the lead singer for Tonic.
Reinforcements cancelled.
Well, these guys just absolutely got fucked. Get in! No! No an insult. Have you seen the video when Kermit is the Emperor? The one that was, yeah, I believe I've seen that one. I don't know why that would be taken as an insult.
Reinforcements cancelled. At maximum unit capacity. Production halted.
Glad you enjoyed, Elizabeth. Alright, speeder bikes, are you done? Can we all move on with our lives now? And apparently not. Yeah, it's not so fun when you're stunned, is it, speeder bikes? Nope. What are you going to play? Era 4, Cruel Admiral, Empires, and Ride Authority? Probably never.
Channel open.
Because they will not necessarily be a faction for that much longer.
Bombing run available.
Roger that. Let's move out.
Let's see if we can just go down this way.
Bombers at the ready. Commencing bombing run. Target locked.
There's the Lost Ark number 1, Temple of Doom number 2, Last Crusade number 3.
Following your
Yeah, it. I was in like grade 7 or something when we watched whatever ones it was, or one of them, and then I think we watched the first one when I was in first year. Me and my friends did. So I think I have seen Raiders, and I have no idea which one we watched in grade 7.
this way.
But I'm pretty confident we watched Raiders.
Over there.
And actually, no, that would have been 4th year. I'm too old now.
Yes, sir. Heading to coordinates.
Assisting.
Who would take their territory? I mean, they'd still be part of the Independent Forces faction. But in order to have the other factions we need, especially expanding into the Vong War and everything, and beyond, there's more unique options we have than having fucking 7.
Moving ahead.
I said that as an exaggeration, but it's so close to the real number, it's not worth exaggerating. Having 5 playable Imperial factions, when we only have 16 slots total. But it's not necessarily that someone's taking their slot, just that certain things that we were hoping to be able to do to keep them around aren't going to work. Because we thought we'd be able to shove the neutral faction slot, into a different faction slot, and it's turning out that we're not going to be able to do that. And we'd rather keep that slot for... Where did I fucking... We'd rather keep that slot for factions that are a bit more unique, or offer something a bit different. Because the stuff that people like about the faction, like any of the unique units or whatever, it's stuff that we can put in other places, and like stuff that we decided to be in their faction in the first place. And balance-wise, as far as campaigns go, they've been the most difficult one to handle, because they often end up just completely fucking the New Republic early, and we have to make sure that they don't do that. Like, Bob had to specifically make a dumb AI for them to attack with less than they need to make sure the New Republic doesn't just die, while not making the New Republic OP when playing as them. So it'll make the New Republic's early game make a lot more sense. Thank you, Aldwin. Right Authority concerned Imperial faction noises. Was there a ritual scene or Holy Grail scene? I honestly don't remember, or else I'd probably know which movie it was. But it was just so long ago. Like, I've seen enough clips from different Indiana Jones movies that it's all kind of meshed together in my head, and I'm not sure which ones are like, which scenes that I can think of that are from movies I've actually seen, and which are just stuff that I've collected from the general popular culture. How could a Thrawn's Revenge mod work if it covered the time between episode 3 and 4? We'd have to think about how we'd want to handle the Empire and Rebels, because it's a very asymmetric period, and it's asymmetric warfare isn't something the Empire War does super well. Like, I have some ideas for what I'd want to do for that, but we want it to feel different than just, like, stripped down Thrawn's Revenge.
We've secured a landing zone.
Thank you, Alduin. Corey taking down EA confirmed.
I copy. Advancing. Reporting.
Alright. We can get some vision. For some reason I thought there was a river crossing here when we started walking down, but
We've secured a build pad.
oh well.
Order acknowledged. Squad,
Bombing
move
run
Alright.
available.
Spider droids, even though they're tier 1, have been very helpful.
Action halted. We've captured an abandoned sensor
Roger
array.
that.
Sensor, alright.
Squadron commencing attack.
Would be a shame if something happened to your sensors.
Run.
Right, so many infantry.
We've secured a build pad.
I'm going to take the elite barracks. Don't take away the best ship from the Empire of the Hand. The Peltas. The Peltas is the only Empire of the Hand ship that's not getting reworked, actually.
Attacking now.
Target acquired.
Orders received. Going there now.
Lost a build
Hopefully they'll recharge by the time we get back. Get some missiles to launch at them.
Moving to position.
Take point.
Rebel sub-factions, different independent rebel cells like the CS. So that's the kind of the thing that's difficult with it, is that usually you'd want to split up the bigger faction into cells like that or into separate groups. Whereas like the Empire is going to control the entire galaxy, so it's hard to make it so that you just don't just insta-win as them. So it'd probably end up having to be like a metropole versus territory you're controlling situation. Where like maybe Coruscant isn't actually on the map, and it's more like Age of Empires 3, and you're just commanding like you're part of like Ozerhammer Command or something or whatever. If you made EAW2, would you call it "This is how you make a Star Wars game"? EA? No, I would not. That seems like a way to get lawyers after you, and I only have one lawyer friend. Actually, I have a few lawyer friends. I only have one Star Wars lawyer friend, and I don't know if Eck wants to take on EA with me. See, it just sounds dangerous, especially if he's a game changer. And he keeps trying to tell me I should get in the Game Changers program. I think he wants to try to get me into the Game Changers program, which could be fun. And I actually think Battlefront 2 is a very enjoyable game now. So I hate EA. I like shitting on EA, but I also want to shit on EA for the right reasons. And if they do something right, then I'm going to recognize that.
unit
And by the hand, hallelujah.
unit destroyed.
Open
Unit
fire.
destroyed. Unit destroyed.
Calmly captured.
Wonder if Eck would work pro bono or if he would charge Corey like $50 per hour. Oh, you think Eck's gonna work pro bono? No.
I copy. Heading out.
If he shows up in the chat of one of my streams, he invoices me for like $800. It's ridiculous.
Destroyed.
Affirmative. Over there.
We will assist you.
Unit destroyed. Unit destroyed. Unit destroyed. Bombing run available.
Y-wing here.
There.
Computers locked on target. Channel open.
So many infantry
For coordinates.
and so little anti-infantry.
Roger that. Heading to coordinates.
Unit destroyed.
Attack position. Target in range. Sighted them.
Thanks, Ian.
Following your lead.
What do you think of Jedi Fallen Order? It's actually... I've been trying to think about
Awaiting orders. Moving to target.
doing a top 5 Star Wars game, or like my personal top 5 Star Wars games video. And I'm pretty confident that Fallen Order at least is in that. It might be very close to the top of that. I really enjoyed Fallen Order.
Target acquired.
And the fact that Respawn seems to be working on another Star Wars project is makes me very happy.
Unit destroyed. Unit destroyed.
Oh shit, I have 2 Star Wars related law friends. So maybe
Destroyed.
I can get a bidding war going on.
Attack order confirmed. Weapons armed.
Unit destroyed.
Commencing.
But only one Canadian.
Attacking.
Alright, time to try to kill all these infantry.
Bombardment.
Thank you, Rhino. Heck either takes half or a third of donations depending if Charlie's there as well. For this one, you don't owe him a penny. That is very true.
Awaiting orders. Targeting.
Thank you, Alden. Do you ever finish that game? Also, doesn't even care about spoilers for the game because I want to talk about the ending. I think we're probably fine with Fallen Order spoilers at this point. I did finish the game. I haven't like 100%ed it, but I finished like the main plot and everything.
Bombardment incoming.
Right. I think the rebels have to retreat at some point.
Form up. Gold Squadron commencing attack. Commencing bombing run.
This way.
Right. I might need to split up a bit.
Securing area.
We've sighted them.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Commander.
Moving.
Because I am planning to do a stream or a couple streams maybe of doing more like random Fallen Order side questy stuff. But there's just so much going on the channel right now. Like Skylines, this, other Empire at War stuff, Total War, that I haven't been able to slot it in yet. Thanks, Alduin. How Vader didn't you have a health bar?
Bombing run available.
Yeah, I enjoyed that they didn't make you like actually beat Vader.
Computers locked on target.
Unit destroyed.
That was probably like the moment where it was like, okay, this is
A build pad.
this game is not trying to be Force Unleashed,
Enemies.
We've lost a build pad.
which I guess by that point I kind of already knew, but that was like the moment that I'd point to.
Bombardment incoming.
Is that 3PO? Yeah, that might have been why they weren't retreating. Unless they just have a lot of faith in these Sec Force troopers.
The enemy has been defeated.
Oh, don't worry, Honest. I've spotted you. It has been noted. Your pay has been docked accordingly.
Construction.
Alright, Corellia. Yay! What do we want here, though? I guess just a barracks to start off with, and I'm not sure what our better vehicles end up being, if it's speeders or walkers that I want to invest more heavily in. But Corellia is going to be a shipyard. I think Columnus is going to be more research-oriented, potentially. Well, actually, if Tapasi is that high up, maybe we don't need to do that.
Building cancelled.
So let's just do that, because I do want to research
Upgrade.
level 3 Invincibles first. In Force Unleashed, you were basically a Force God. In Jedi Fallen Order, you were mice among lions. Yeah, you have a good amount of power, but like it feels a lot more, or a lot less unleashed than the Force Unleashed. But it felt appropriate for what you were doing. Maybe we'll go for New Plimto next, because that looks like a nice easy job.
Moving out.
Construction.
So it looks like the rebels have taken it as well. Yeah, so they probably haven't had time to build up. Cut off a huge number of potential heroes if they didn't grab them already. You mean from building them on Corellia?
Reinforcements.
I think they got Corellia a while ago because they were up to level 5.
Reinforcements.
Yeah, let's-
cancelled.
Advancing. Heading out. Setting course. Cleared for departure. Moving out. Heading out.
Reinforcements cancelled.
Fall out. Move out. Let's go.
Yeah, this should be good.
Navigating to coordinates.
We've been able to catch the rebels out in a few places now, which is nice.
Inputting coordinates.
I think it puts us at a
Reinforcements cancelled.
good position here.
Heading out.
Order confirmed.
Reinforcements
Yes,
cancelled.
more recusants.
Reinforcements cancelled.
In what situation in life don't you need more recusants?
Coordinates. Consider it done. Weapons operational.
Ready. Right away.
They must have been here for a little
Batteries
while.
online.
yeah, it's just galactic stealth, not actually unbuilt.
Ready. Calamari frigate here. One calamari
Right.
frigate ready.
That recusant is going to become soon a non-cusant.
Encountering resistance.
Corey, will Eck ever be convinced to join a Jackbox Sunday? I don't know about a Jackbox Sunday,
Cruiser reporting.
because I think Eck tends to like to take Sunday off, but
Try not to let one on your
and then Charlie's kind of the same. It just so happened that he was able to join that one. But I would like to get them both on,
your command.
and hopefully someday get Mark on another one as well.
Copy. Attack.
Charge. Okay.
Ready for battle. Attack position.
Copy.
Did that turn that off?
Engage. Frigate standing by.
You need to face it.
The attack.
Thanks, Alduin. Have a good one.
Our shield generator is down.
Weapons armed. Firing.
What mod is this? Yeah, Necros. This is Phoenix Rising.
Attacking. Enemy sighted.
Frigate responding. Attack. Ready to commence.
That is currently run by one of the Thrawn's Revenge devs, Evil Bob the Bob. Very research focused.
Systems online. Moving out. Heading out.
Which makes it pretty much unique among Empire at War stuff.
Pressing the
It's a very different flavor of mod than what you usually get.
Got it.
moving into
I'll see
position.
what I can do.
Weapons operational. Affirmative.
What do you want?
Alright, get in there. Got that one. And there's still some fighters back here,
Arming weapons.
but
Ready.
we have a big enough fleet now that I'm not
Transport here.
going to cry about it.
Calamari frigate here.
Do bombs go through shields in this mod? They do, but because there's not targetable hardpoints,
Anytime.
there's not the same
What
like
do I got to lose?
hardpoint sniping that makes it really overpowered and just negates shields and other mods that have it. So I think it's the best solution to that, but obviously with the trade-off that you don't get to have the individual hardpoints.
We are victorious.
And another reason for that is that there are literally hundreds of hardpoints per ship in some cases. Sorry if you're hearing my weird mouth or throat noises. Alright,
On my way.
so we'll try to take New Plimto with just what we have.
Invasion commencing. Choose your reinforcements.
Alright, I'm hoping there's not much here.
At maximum unit capacity. Production halted.
Alright, we have the SD Hulks, so we're just gonna let them kill the speeders as they come. If we can.
Unit destroyed.
Okay, we can. We did lose 2 spiders.
We'll cover you.
Oh, there's rockets.
Backup.
We lost regular pack.
Okay. We'll try to get over there. Oh, they hadn't actually even taken the planet yet. Hey, Brady. How's it going?
Unit
Here,
destroyed.
just keep doing stuff. I'm gonna have to individually target there. And we'll walk all the way onto the mainland.
Destroyed.
And let's get our infantry to go for there. Hulks.
Bombing run available.
Keep going. And we're gonna
Gold Squadron.
do the usual bombing run from the opposite side. Get an idea of what's on the map.
Bombing run.
Attacking. Acknowledged.
Locking on.
We've secured a build pad.
Have you ever won a burial cart, by the way? Nope, not reading Chris. I've won races in burial cart.
Blast them.
There's actually a spreadsheet for like race wins, burial cart wins, and all that. I don't know if it's public facing, and I forget the name of the person who did it, who's maintaining it.
Unit destroyed.
But
Reporting in.
I've never won a full night of burial cart. No, I've come nowhere near. I think I came in like second overall once, but they are both much better at that game than I am.
Unit destroyed.
Like to the point that it almost makes me sad for them,
Zone.
because what must their lives be like if that's what they're doing?
At maximum unit capacity. Production halted. Unit destroyed.
Form up.
Awaiting orders. Target acquired.
Unit destroyed.
Engaging.
All right.
Engaging.
Attack.
Okay, we need to stop this AT-AP.
Fire.
Open fire.
Awaiting orders.
Kill those rocket
Squad,
troops.
advance.
Nice grenades. Good job, guys.
Right away.
Let's go get some more grenades in there. And let's get into the base.
Build pad.
Copy.
Alright, you should be close enough to use your grenades again.
There they are.
Bombardment available.
Bombardment is available.
Bombardment.
Let's go for that.
Yes, sir.
Unit
Scouting.
destroyed.
Got a lot coming from this side.
Ready to go.
So maybe we need to keep some separator over here. Alright, this actually seems like a good group for this.
Attacking target.
You guys go with that.
Bombing run available.
Moving to that area, sir. I copy.
And we'll fly across this way this time.
Build pad.
Awaiting
Unit destroyed.
Engaging enemy. Commence attack run. Order acknowledged.
Can we get a stream of Mario Kart 64 where you practice against the AI?
Attacking.
Tire at will.
Form up.
I think that would get maybe like 5 viewers. I don't know if that'd be a good idea to stream. I should be practicing offline against Dana. I floated the idea last night of just having her play on
Affirmative.
an actual Burial Kart stream, and she seemed to
Yes, command.
not reject the plan outright, which is an exciting prospect for when we live together.
We've secured a build pad.
Attacking.
Have you nerfed the AV7 cannon? It needs one, in my opinion.
Reporting in.
We don't think artillery is super far off where it needs to be.
Roger that.
Like stuff will get shifted around a bit as ground reworks
We've
continue,
secured an
but
abandoned sensor
like
node.
they serve their specific function and they have certain vulnerabilities. And I think shields are going to help with that as well. But what's even here?
Form up. Target acquired. Targeting.
We've lost a build pad.
On the move.
We've secured a build
Reporting.
pad. We've lost a build pad.
Heading out.
Do they have like something with
We've
stealth?
secured a build pad. We've lost a build
Reporting.
pad.
Gold Squadron
The enemy has been defeated. Planetary control achieved.
All right. And if we get Core 5, then we have everything connected, which would be nice.
Fallout.
But I do think our best bet is to go after planets that aren't independent.
Mission log updated.
Profit goal met. Revenue goal met. EXO rank 2. This guy. Plus 30% base income at location, minus 25% military structure and starship production time at location, plus 5% true damage. Can I get you? No, we don't have access out there, so I'm just going to put you back on Zeppo.
Approaching.
Fall out.
Hey! Fucking raids. I wasn't ready for it.
Mercenary barracks destroyed.
On my way.
I haven't had a chance to build up yet.
Construction commencing.
They have 2 with 3 juggernauts to protect them. They absolutely. Yeah, I mean, juggernauts are kind of the bigger thing there.
Choose your
Like, artillery is very effective, but it's also very easy to take down.
Reinforcements cancelled.
Like, juggernauts, you could probably take out the AA there, or the AB7s there, and still get similar results.
Yes, sir.
Reporting.
Roger.
Awaiting orders.
Reporting in.
Ready. Yes, sir. Moving to area.
Right behind you.
Choose your reinforcements.
Right, please retreat.
Heading out.
Incoming!
Bombing run available.
Engaging.
Yes, sir. Computer's locked on target.
We've secured a build pad.
Initiate bombing run.
We've lost a build pad.
Engaging.
Enemies in range.
Forward.
Come on, man, this way.
We've secured a build pad.
Destination acknowledged. Keep going.
Lead the way.
We've secured a build pad. We've lost a build pad.
We'll check it out.
We've secured a build pad.
Like, at most, we'd possibly decrease the rate of fire, but they haven't seemed
We've lost a
to
build
really
pad.
be out of
We've secured a build pad.
the range of what they're supposed to be doing.
We've lost a build pad. We've lost a build pad. Bombing run available.
We'll assist you.
Where the hell is he?
Right away.
We've
Did he
secured
just
a build
garrison
pad.
in there and that's it?
We've lost a
Initiate
build pad.
bombing run.
Engage.
Alright.
Bombardment
Interesting choice, guys.
Target locked.
Reporting. Move out.
Proceeding.
Acknowledged.
Support order acknowledged.
Attack order confirmed.
Dead Corin.
Weapons armed. Right away.
Moving out.
Kill him.
Reporting.
Kill him now.
Commencing. Awaiting orders. Attacking.
We'll back you up.
Moving to area.
Advancing. Let's move out.
Heading out.
Choose your reinforcements.
Can you guys stop running?
Advancing.
Yes, sir.
It's one dude.
Available.
Ready. Gold
Just die.
Launching attack.
Armed and ready.
We are
Here we go.
victorious.
Attack run.
Planetary control achieved.
Okay, let's try this again. Only this time we're gonna hold on to it. Oh right, we have Thomork. I keep forgetting about Thomork. This seems to be a lot of the strength for them comes from here.
Upgrade in progress.
Do we want that yet? No.
Enlisting.
Because we're actually using a lot of these clones. So Core 5 should really be our next target, just to
Let's move.
get movement between all of our stuff.
Construction complete.
I'm not super fussed about yeah, Master Siren. I'm not super fussed about taking Trellin.
Choose
This is a goal in
your
3.
reinforcements.
Destination confirmed. We're on our way.
Proceeding to location. Moving out.
I think with the recusants we can handle a goal in 3 alright.
Go.
Just the amount of concentrated firepower there.
Inputting coordinates. Heading out.
We'll be there soon. Moving out.
Departure vector
Heading
set.
out.
Course approved. Moving out.
Moving out. Heading out. Fall out. Roger that. Fall out. Stabilize your rear deflectors.
And once we have the invincible research done, I want to actually get up to level 4, and then we can build some on. Is it Thomork up there? Having any problems with the Empire yet? I haven't actually seen the Empire at all. So it's ominous because it looks like they have the biggest military, if I'm remembering the chart correctly. But so far they haven't invaded me.
We've come across enemy units.
Oh, that's just a golden one. Or a golden 2.
Enemies in range. Roger that. Open fire. Awaiting orders. We're in attack position.
Alright, Golans are first.
Yes. This is a transport, not a gunship.
Where are you going? Like, what is wrong with you?
Copy. Targeting at maximum firepower. Copy.
They have such a good forward firing arc, and then they always just turn around. Which is very sad. It makes me very much question my ability to win this battle. And also my love for recusants. Like, why do you want to go back there? How are you that fucking dumb? I don't understand it. It makes me so sad. Yeah, I'm glad you got tractor beamed, so you can't kill yourself. Yeah, you need to get back though.
Yes, Commander. Target.
Yeah, we're just gonna lose everything because of the.
Retreat in progress.
Lost our main shields.
They have strong resistance.
Getting torn apart. Getting torn apart. I can't see it. Our shield generator is down. I need to break off.
Making me sad. Okay, we lost some Mankvims. Don't care.
Construction complete.
Alright, well.
We'll be there shortly.
Why can I. Oh.
Moving out.
Fuck.
Heading out.
Let's try this again. With more victories, fewer recusants. I think you want to engage around the goal and when you're invincible, it's going to just pump missiles. Yeah, I didn't want to engage around them at all. I wanted the recusants to stay farther back and shoot it, and then it would have been fine, because the golem would have died pretty fast.
All out.
But like the way the AI works, they're going to generally stay around the structures regardless. There's not really two ways around that.
Moving out.
Fall out. Let's go.
Unless they want to come out here,
Confirmed. Let's move out.
which would make me happy.
Reinforcements cancelled.
go. Order confirmed.
Why does tractor beams not work for me over 50% of the time when it activates the ship? Just ignores it and continue moving. Tractor beams are finicky. I think that's what it's technically supposed to do. Is that it locks in its current movement, but
They're over here.
what is that beeping?
Reporting in. Proceeding.
We want to sacrifice. Right, here comes some fighters. Do 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 do.
Try not to let one on your tail. Stay in attack formation. Decrease to full throttle.
Alright, there's Dreadnought.
ready to move.
Ready for command. Got it. Engage.
I'm not even going to give the recusants orders. Just turn on their abilities if stuff gets in range.
Engaging the enemy. I copy.
Right? They are coming out. Yay!
Ready. Over there.
Alright. It's
Navigating
time.
to coordinates.
Where did the Invincible go?
Attack.
No, what I'm saying is that, like, the way it often works is if it's moving, it'll stay at, like, that's just Empire at War things.
Fire. Batteries online. Open fire. Yes, sir. This way. Initiating attack.
Frigate responding. Firing.
Alright, I'm breaking my rule, and I'm going to try to give them orders.
Weapons ready. Help. I can't see him. Attack that target. Attacking target. Yes, sir. Fire at will. Attacking. At your command. Targeting.
Keep some ships on these smaller guys.
Over there.
Got one on me. I need help here.
Are you shooting the Invincible? Are you shooting the Invincible?
Engage. Weapons
I think we just have so many ships that it's really not helping the pathfinding.
The crossfire. I need help.
Move to attack.
Alright, shields are half down on you.
Switch the attack.
What can I do for you?
Got one on me.
I don't think this is a good
Ready for
idea.
battle. Our shields are down. Reporting in. Firing. Flank speed. Launching attack.
Alright, that is nearly dead.
Ready for duty. Attack position. Cruiser reporting. Attack! Decrease to full throttle. The shields aren't holding. Pressing the attack. Targets incoming. Should we go around for another pass?
I've lost
Initiating attack.
Blasted nerve
Withdrawing their fire. Coming about. Keep your eyes open for those fighters. Our shields are down.
I'm
Okay,
ready.
you guys get farther back.
Choose your
And let's try drop you guys in. Now that we know where they are, I won't need to give you any movement orders.
Destination confirmed.
But this victory is going to stop tanking those shots. Right, thank you for firing your stuff.
Shields are down. I can't hold out.
Now you're paying in the right direction.
We're in attack position.
This is going much better.
Weapons armed. Fire.
ready for command.
Awaiting order.
Roger that. Fire.
Copy. I copy. Reporting.
And you can take some time off as well.
Active.
Let's go up and heal some fighters.
Right away.
Awaiting instructions.
You can stay on the front lines.
We've lost our main shields.
Large reporting
You're
in.
gonna die.
Awaiting orders. Open fire.
Sucks to suck,
Yes,
sucker.
Commander. The shields aren't holding.
I don't even necessarily want Corphi the planet. I just want access through space at Corphi.
Copy. Attack that target.
Systems online. Open fire.
Our shield generator
Ready.
is down.
Target sighted. Cover me.
I copy.
How are you gonna do against like Corvettes?
Attacking target. Frigate standing by. Frigate responding.
Cruiser reporting.
You're all okay.
Batteries online.
You're getting shields back, but you're not great yet.
Weapons ready.
Well, I don't think you're gonna have much to worry about. There's nothing that can really penetrate them anymore.
At your command. Open fire.
Time to move.
Frequency open. Attack
Blow
that
you up.
target. Location confirmed.
There's the stations after that, so maybe I'll go around there.
Roger that. Advancing. Ready for battle. Attack that target.
Weapons charged.
Reporting in. We're on our way.
Yay!
Ready for duty.
Weapons operational.
All right. Okay, so there's what, 4 or 5 stations? Yeah, 5 of the little ones plus the main one.
Confirmed. Roger that.
I'll send the VSD around that side for it
Moving
to
into
help with
position.
them.
Attacking
I guess the
target.
space colony is kind of the main
Form
one.
up, fire at will. Awaiting orders. We'll be there shortly.
We replaced some of the voice lines as they are still the Empire ones. Can't remember which ones, but I know they are not a priority. Hannes is going through them as fast as he can. That's basically
I copy.
like his job is just VO. It's just he's doing them as he gets them. We'll probably eventually have to do a VO call for voice actors to volunteer because there's not going to be an official voice line that exists for everything. But it's not the kind of thing that we delay the releases for because it's going to be a long process. But that is his focus as a dev.
Targeting. Cruiser
So there's always someone working on it, but it isn't necessarily all going to be done in one release.
batteries online.
Right now, a lot of the CIS Navy has been a focus.
Calamari frigate here.
Weapons ready. Right away.
Will you return Assault Frigate Mark II to the main game? It's not, again, that's not a priority. It's only an Empire at War, so there's like plenty of other options that work
Launching
for the faction in that role that they already have in game. So it's something where we have to make a new art asset
forward. Attacking target.
for something that isn't super necessary for a faction that already has the most ships in the game. It's not impossible that it'd get re-added in the future, but it's
Moving out.
pretty much bottom of the priority list as far as any of that goes.
Ready for battle. Attack position. Heading out. Reporting in. Fallout. Pressing the attack. Standing by. Ready for duty. Initiating attack. Roger that. Let's move out. Form up. Awaiting orders. We're in attack position. Target sighted. I've been hit.
Alright, we are almost done here.
Full speed. Copy. Attack.
Ready for command.
Go for this one.
The enemy has been
The enemy has been defeated. We actually lost a lot more there than I would have liked. I would have liked to lose nothing there. And we lost more than nothing. But we did gain access through all of these planets. The only planet we have that's not connected, at least through space, is Tapasi. And that's going to involve going to Coruscant. So I guess this is all... this is all probably Imperial. Thank you, Pershing. Okay, boss, you sound kind of low energy. Time for a power nap. I only slept for 2 hours last night, so the stream is helping keep me awake. Though I'll probably stop in a little bit and go to sleep anyways. Eat and then sleep. Do we want Ojam? I think we kind of want Ojam. Oh, and Thomork is not connected. We have another Venator down here. Could potentially cut through Alderaan. Oh, I guess Alderaan connects to Fidal, Kuwat, Trellin. Well, I want to build up a fleet for Tog. once we have the Invincibles. Should I just sell these? I kind of want to just sell. No, that'll probably get us attacked. Let's see. Well, Corfi is not that hard. And Duro's only 2 ground slots. So I think we're going to go for Duro next.
Destination
Just
confirmed.
wipe out a lot of this space stuff. And is that a problem, Jolie? Curious, have you looked into UE4 Star Wars Galaxies? You play Star Wars Galaxies been around at all? I've never played Star Wars Galaxies. I
We're on our
haven't heard of UE4 Star Wars Galaxies. I had a few friends that used to play Galaxies, but
Choose your
cruiser reporting.
reinforcements.
let's see if we're able to do anything here. We should be able to. We'll see what's going on.
All out.
They seem to have quite a few units,
Armed and
but
ready.
so do we.
Acknowledged.
They never stop thinking about ways to harm our citizens, and neither do we.
Heading out. Command received. Positioning. Setting course.
Inputting coordinates. Heading out.
Heading out.
Time's a
Let's look at the fighter carriers in so we can kind of
Why not?
scout out a little bit.
Heading out. All out. Let's move out. Shuttle en route. Clear for departure.
I mean, we could just
Cruiser standing by. Let's go.
hold towards the west and try to take a lot of the structures out.
Departure vector set.
I think that's what we're going to do, because they're holding over there.
Moving out.
So I think we'll just put in 3 and 2
Proceeding to location.
I copy.
and try to take out this Golan. Alright, they're moving in. But we'll have enough reserves. I just want to see what else is in the area
Reporting.
before overly committing. Alright, maybe don't
Awaiting instructions.
give that order then.
Yes, Commander.
Go to replacements, then sell. Yeah. I'm not going to sell them while they're the only things there, because then we're going to get attacked at Tapasi. I very much don't want to be attacked at Tapasi. Oh, there's a lot of victories.
Choose your reinforcements.
All out. Let's move out. Moving out.
I'm losing my engine. Moving out.
I've got my shield. I'm holding.
Incoming.
Cruiser reporting.
Right, back off if you can.
Reporting.
And that VSD one.
Batteries online.
I think we have mostly, yeah, all VSD ones.
Someone's on my tail. Yes, sir. Attacking target.
2 of their 3 are pretty low,
Shields are out.
but ours are getting pretty low as well.
Engaging.
This may be bad.
I'm running out of
Targeting.
maneuvers.
Firing.
Enemy unit
At
disabled.
your command. Roger.
I'll try and draw their fire.
Activating weapon.
target.
Yes, Commander.
I think we're going to lose at least 1 victory.
Attacking.
But let's get the fleet officer, take their bonus out.
They have strong resistance. Standard contact behind me.
Fire at will.
I need help.
And
Attacking.
these quasars are going to die pretty much immediately. Okay,
Targeting. Ready.
let's kill this last victory.
Shield
What do you
down.
want? Attack.
And then it's mostly just
Reporting in.
fighters.
Firing. Launching attack. Attack position.
And hopefully we'll start getting some shields back on some of these guys.
Cruiser reporting.
Uh,
In range.
we're going to have to make sure we kill the MC40s.
I copy.
Choose your reinforcements.
Shield generator is
I
down.
think we lost one of the victories.
Initiating attack. Awaiting your command.
This ended up being a lot more than I thought it would be.
Weapons armed. Closing on target. Roger that. Let's move out.
Reinforcements cancelled.
Moving out. Heading out. All out. Let's go. Form up.
Alright, you are getting your shields back like I hoped.
Awaiting
You are not. You're gonna die.
copy. We're in attack.
Just like you.
Online. Initiating attack. Move to attack.
Form up. On my tail.
I copy. Reporting. Awaiting
Wait, no, you're alive.
Yes, Commander.
Our main shields are out.
Frigate standing
Ready.
by.
Cruiser
Prepare,
reporting.
please.
Target sighted. Frequency open. Attack. Fire.
This clearly just means we need to build the upgraded victories anyways.
Let's go.
No, it was so close.
Ready for command.
Yes, sir.
Shuttle standing by.
At your command. Roger that.
Ready for duty.
Ready for battle. Reporting in.
No, you are too close.
Form up. Moving. Right away.
Frigate responding. Forward.
Ready for duty. Awaiting orders. Roger that.
Copy.
Ready to commence.
Transport here. Let's go.
Weapons charged. About to be destroyed.
Form up.
So I think we have Victory 2s researched anyways, and these were all Victory 1s.
Copy.
So it's just cleaning up
I copy.
room in the fleet, obviously.
Defending cargo.
Reporting. Open fire.
But
Weapons
we've opened up Duro for us.
for coordinates.
Yes, sir. Attack that target.
Anytime now.
Reporting.
Yes, Commander. Ready. Moving out. Heading out.
Transport ready. If you say so.
I copy.
Ready. Attack.
Reporting. Awaiting instructions.
Yeah, we just got that golden one to deal with.
Attacking target. Target's coming in fast.
I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna kill it and just head over that way after taking out all the stuff on this side. Make sure we've recovered as much as possible by then.
Targeting. Prepare for evasive maneuver.
Can you make it so the victory condition for when you defend that the AI has to kill all fighters? There's some small fleets that I can take out, destroy my station before I kill them.
Enemy fighters.
So the victory relevance is based on the unit itself. We can't make it so it's context dependent,
Weapons armed.
and in general, the mod is better off having
Attack.
fighters not be victory relevant. It does sometimes mean there are small fleets that you could possibly do some more damage to if you just had the fighters, but it also, on the balance, tends to
Holding fire for
reduce frustration more than increase.
Where do you want us? You're kidding, right?
Your orders, sir. All right, sir.
Because it's not like a
frequency open.
set of conditions the game checks for. It's just every unit is set to either be relevant to the victory or not, and it's universal for that. So if it's relevant, it's relevant.
Weapons armed.
Roger that. Let's move out. Closing on target.
And the only way to change that would be to give like station garrisons a different fighter type, like a fighter variant that is. But that gets messy because then it's
Form up.
very
Awaiting
inconsistent
orders.
rules.
Initiating attack. Move to attack. Copy. Attack. Ready. Attack. I copy. Fire. Reporting. Open fire. Attack that target. Cruiser reporting. Fire.
All right, we got it.
Yes, sir. Let's go. Attacking.
Pretty costly, but it should be an easy ground battle as well.
Commander. Fire at will.
We are victorious.
So yeah, lost 3 quasars, 3 victories, some of the smaller stuff. Oh, and that actually opens up more planets down to here. Huh. Well, either way, I think that's going to do it for today's stream, because I am getting very sleepy. So thank you for watching. Hope you have enjoyed it. And I might stream later tonight. We'll see when I wake up and what I still have to do at that point. But yeah. So thanks again. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.